Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Benji's runway was terrible.
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 I said it was
terrible.
Terrible. Terrible.
Bitch. But we'll get to the runway later.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants.
And Jamardi 4.
And this is not going to be a bashful episode at all, because I feel like giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight. This is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11, Episode 6, Rant and Review with me, Matty Rants.
And Jamardi 4.
Ciao.
The Draglympics.
Draglympics. With the runway theme, All That Glitters. I don't know if that just means gold or if it just, all that glitters is it gold? I don't know. Or just glitters. Or
shiny.
Beautiful. Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
There was a beautiful gown.
Child.
There was a beautiful gown.
A pageant gown you couldn't touch.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember the social media links down below at Matty Rants on Facebook and Instagram, at the Matty Rants on Twitter, at Jamardi4 for all of his social media links. And if you want to donate to the channel, paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App $sign Matty Rants. Jamar, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm so totally ready.
So the girls come into the workroom just after someone left. I said someone. Oh, excuse
Ariel
me.
Versace.
After Ariel Versace left. You know, I apologize. No shade intended there.
Oh, girl, that was Cascade.
Not the soapy, the bitch. Okay, but listen, no shade, though. Ariel's gone, and it was like, you know, no, or yes, you know, however you want to look at it.
The only thing that was really worth talking about is that when Evie had mentioned to both Suki and Vanjie that the judges are saying you are being safe and being criticized for certain things and you need to step your pussies up, which seems to be a running theme for Miss Eilish. She's like, I want y'all to step up your pussy. Now, again, it comes at the moment where they're kind of like at the bottom or they've gotten critiqued, and she's like, but nobody's ever ready to receive. You see how defensive Vanjie got?
Well, hitting a horse when it's down is always tough, and you got to understand that some people want to wallow in the wallow. And when someone then tells them, you better get out your shit, and it's like, well, bitch, give me a second to have this moment of,
right.
The camera's on me. The camera's on me. I'm sad. Now. They're looking at my sad story. Then here you come in, odding it up. But at the same time, is Evie wrong? She's telling the truth.
She's usually never wrong. It's always about the timing.
But it is the timing. So, again, I'm here for the truth. Sometimes we all don't want to hear it. I like how she does it, to be honest with you. I'm not really mad at it. I can get why some people are annoyed, but not I, said the pussycat.
They just have to defend her looks all the time.
Oh, girl, now that was funny. Well, hold on, girl. Now, I had to pay the course I bet this time, and at this time I had this bitch. No, she went down the line of her looks, but she did this mistake. Then she started coming for other girls. I said, not Vanjie. But Vanjie is, of course, feeling the pressure, and we find that out later on in the episode when she has a tearful moment with the the Dream Girls. As I was singing in the live on Instagram, just because it was perfect, because they needed to get the emotion out, and it was like, Vanjie, don't be sad. We're here for you, girl. They say the same silhouette, which you did do tonight. But, you know, she just wants the fans to, you know, be proud of her because she came back and wants to prove her stuff. After that happens and they come back in the workroom and it's still Silky versus Evie, you know, that soon to be resolved later.
They done everything in the butt real quick.
Soon to be resolved later.
She's like, oh, well, you only do beauty looks, or well, you only do spooky.
You're spooker. You'll never be glamour. I said, girl, we're not taking.
We've already had this discussion. We've already had this discussion.
And not between y'all two. RuPaul comes in what looks like a Fila jumpsuit on T. I actually like that like unit. I was like, girl, I might want her. And then we get what's her name? Is it
Love Connie?
Love Connie.
That crazy.
Bring her all the time.
She had so many good one-liners.
She brought life to the show.
It was fun.
Brought life.
It was really fun. The kid was like, I want whatever she's on.
It was good. times. It was good TV. She was able to play with the girls, you know, lots of jokes about faces looking rough and shit like that. Knowing Connie looks a goddamn fool, but you love some Connie.
Still funny. We didn't
I
care.
love Connie. And even the way she exited reminded me of Katya when she left that one
Very
time.
that.
And it was so
Very that. Very that.
It was right with Jesus, and I loved
Very
it.
that. This was one of my favorite mini challenges in a long time.
Very much so. It's time for the Draglympics.
Okay.
Jamar, the categories are as follows, honey. Fanography.
Vogue.
No, you already know.
Vogue.
It would have been nothing for me. Then we have shablams, which shout out to Evie Oddly for the explanation on shablams while her bones were shablamming around her body.
Because
I love you, Eve.
That's just shablamming is not easy.
It's so not. And it's a lot of, listen, if the knees ain't right, I wouldn't try it.
Balance, coordination, all of that comes into play.
You know how times are tough, children. If you ain't in a country where the healthcare is free, baby, you need to watch your disc.
If y'all don't get on here and start voting. Because you know what that man trying to do.
This is not a political ad, but we know what we're saying.
The winners of the mini challenge were both Plastique and Miss Akira Chanel Davenport.
For good old Akira to not be a dancer and to win. Come on, sister.
Okay, because not all Davenports are dancers.
And
okay?
some of y'all were confused and thought that this because they
y'all
were
thought she was about to get out there and give you a good old kiddity butt.
I mean, we have proven that not all Davenports are dancers. Raj is on the season.
Don't let her tell it.
Living in America.
Don't let her tell it.
Come on, Milan. Now, Plastique gave you a good old Edwards tease, but they then picked the teams. Now, Akira picks the dream team, and when she was picking them, I said, yep.
She knew.
Would have been that one too.
The people who could dance.
Agree. Yep. That's the one. Yep.
She picked, I knew this. She's going to pick Brooklyn. She's like, you're the front runner right now. So you're going to come over here with me.
Right. And then Silky's good TV. Silky's also a hard worker. Pull her in, you know. Come on, Akira planned that right. It was good to go.
She did.
She probably would have had Vanjie on the team if she had the time, but she was trying to think, like,
why
let me
prioritize this couple of other people first.
Evie's flexible. She's going to work. They're going to like that element to it. She had a good coordinated team. Now, Plastique was picking, you know, decently, but then she was left with Scarlett.
Yeah. Miss Nina was like, alert, we have Scarlett on our team.
It's not going to be a good look.
Everybody was reading her. Vanjie was like, we have Scarlett.
And then that was quite funny, but poor Scarlett is trying to work against the odds that are not in her favor. And just get on to the choreographers. I want to give them a couple moments here. Shout out to you, Travis Wall. So you think you can dance? Been following you since then. You slayed it there. And then Adam Rippon, we see you.
Adam Rippon, we see you. It's on silent.
Teams came out with the judges / choreographers here. Akira's team, I mean, come on.
It was just entertainment. Even though Suki wasn't doing as well at first, she was still giving great TV. And she was like, look, they tried to tailor the dance. Like, do you want us to do it?
Baby,
no.
She said, I'm gonna
get this choreography now.
Every time she went down to, I was
like,
it was like slide, like it was. I didn't mean to laugh, but it was just.
What did Brooklyn call her?
It was
the catch of the day.
No,
I was like,
it was how she slid, girl. That was so. It was like sweep. But she was still doing it, and I live for you, Silky, for like going out there sweating bullets and being like, "Bitch, I'm gonna get this choreography. Y'all ain't gonna say that it ain't for me, baby." Okay. Akira had difficulties with her fanography. It just couldn't get that pop the way it is with the move and the stepment, but it wasn't as bad as when we get over to Plastique's team when Scarlett couldn't even get a little puss behind her step. It was a left and a.
Those are things that can't be taught. Like, she was just doing the move just like very basic, but you have to do like, wow. Like, there's emphasis on how you execute things. And those just come from just experience. You can't really teach that in the time they were probably allotted.
It wasn't a good look, but I give you an A for effort. Oh, yeah. And as Raja was saying while she was doing the choreography, I had some high hopes for you because not only did you not say you were a dancer, but you also you came in and gave good choreo. I was like, okay, we got something for this episode. feel for her
Child.
until we see the performance.
Before that performance, she was like, I learned my lesson. I had never seen a dance floor a day in my life.
Zip. Okay.
So while a Curious team was going through their rehearsal and they were trying to give Silky her critiques, she was like, girl, it's just a fluid pill. I could just take me one. It would all go off, baby. That's why I loved Silky in this moment. And as they were leaving, she was like, you know what?
Did you almost say eating?
I did.
Who?
I was about to say leaving without the L somehow. But
Even.
She was like, I'm looking forward to the next team. You know, if they have as much rhythm that you guys have. She was like, girl, you about to be upset. Silky, bravo.
Yeah.
Good television you are.
Very much, because we were all thinking the same thing, like, well, wait till they walk out, because that's going to just be wham. Back to the workroom here, we have ourselves a moment, like we discussed before, Vanjie having some, you know, feelings of not doing the best that she can do. And then Evie, you know, really going over how much pain she's in and also explaining her disease a little bit more. But for me, that was an important moment. And when she was sharing that with Sugar, and Sugar, oh, thank you for being like, you know how when someone is listening, and even though the camera's going back and forth with her, it felt like I was with Sugar in that moment listening to Evie have that conversation. Also a very important moment too, because, you know, once again, this show brings out tea with me. Because I was like, she's going to possibly be debilitated by, like, in her 30s. You know what I mean? Over this disease. And then I'm like, okay, Evie, you got me speaking like how Nina did. I'm currently living with one kidney, but I didn't have like one taken out. I was born with one kidney and I didn't find out till I was 26. Like just how she didn't find out till she was 13 what exactly was going on, all that pain.
Which in both instances seems like malpractice to me.
My dad was in the hospital room with me and he was freaking out. He was like, do you not know how many times we took this boy to the doctor after being like randomly hit by cars? Like, oh yeah, long story. I was one of them bad kids. And like just all the crazy situations I've been in, no one ever caught that till I like just like really had some horrible stomach issues. So yeah, like stuff, it's serious. You need to take care of yourself and you also have to find out what's going on with you, just like with your status and everything else. So moments like these where Evie's talking about stuff, or even Nina, self-awareness is very important. And you also having that self-love to take care of yourself in the process. She wanted to, though, perform her best, and she put herself in harm's way by doing so. And Evie, I commend you for your like strength through this, girl, because I know you're in pain.
Drag is a very physically demanding
That's why I ain't doing it.
career. Just standing is stressful on the body. In heels, the
ladies too, for all the women out there.
The kicks and the flips and the tucking and the corsets and all of this, like
you're literally pulling your private parts
champions,
into a chamber of secrets.
And to do it multiple times a week. Honey,
the body. Stretch
Mr.
Armstrong.
Fantastic.
Stretch Armstrong.
Oh.
They're all Stretch Armstrong in my eyes. But I love that, and I thank them for having that moment here with Drag Race. The performances.
Woo.
Team, what was it?
To Pakistan. Miss Akira. Honey.
Okay, first of all, while you may not have been the best dancer on that team, I saw your effort and push through. And that
I saw the mug.
That mug.
I was like, why did she pay so heavily? I was like, why is she so beat?
Mug was
Everybody else was so bland next to her. We saw the highlights. Yes, ma'am.
Every time she sat her face, I'm getting this out. God was present. I said, puss. How dare you? How dare you?
Everything.
The mug. And then your body too, because you had a little ass shaking.
Oh, they zoomed in.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, they zoomed in.
Akira, money fucking well spent. Well spent.
And she was working. It
Honey.
I may not be a good dancer, but I know how to shake some ass.
It was right with the Lord.
I know how to shake some ass.
I got to give it to Brooklyn. She gave us the little ballet tease, and it was all right with me. Who else was on the team?
Evie.
Okay. Evie, look, we saw when the ankle whooped. Yeah, I saw it when it happened.
Oh no. That
and I
get
felt
up,
it.
I was like, ooh.
And I saw your face. But guess what I also saw you do too, sis?
Kept pushing.
The whole thing, all
pushing.
The bendables, honey. Girl, you became a recyclable bitch. Just crumpled up, came back up.
And she used it to her, but she used everything that was supposed to be considered a weakness to her advantage. Professional.
Shout out to you. And I'm going to get to your runway too, because I was living for the fact that you came out. But who else was on the team? There was somebody else.
Those are the people that I wrote down.
There was someone else in there. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, Sugar. Sugar did good.
Everybody really did well. Brooklyn did well, like you mentioned. Even though every time she came up on screen, I was like, "Is that plastique?"
With that wig.
Is that plastic?
Yeah, that
but
wig.
I'm like, no, she's too tall.
It did draw the eye.
Very that.
Very
but they all
much.
did very well. However,
the next team, I would like to say it was a wonderful attempt at sarcasm, because I don't know when the choreography stopped with Team A and then just decided to just say, not I. Team B, what was the skip to loop, my darling?
By the same person? Were they made by the same choreographer?
Y'all were doing Giddy Up.
They did, and then they rolled into a line, and I'm like, and then they were doing high kicks, and nobody kicked the right way.
Girl, what high kick? What high kicks? No, it low-key gave me tetanus. No ma'am. Lockjaw.
If it wasn't for Vanjie and Miss Nina.
Vanjie was doing a lot to save the team. I gotta talk about Plastique and just be real with y'all, because y'all know that girl's golden for some of you. Girl, that face was dead while she was performing. I saw
Which is unusual, though.
But she was...
It was because usually Plastique is giving you everything in her performances. I guess just that day, she wasn't feeling it.
It's like, help, I'm trapped in my body and I'm just dancing. Like somebody was dying on the inside. And I didn't understand that from this dancer. And I'm just trying to understand because, listen, honey, that's...
Oh, she...
that eyeball is about to eject from her face. The mouth. Yeah, that was scary, Jamar. He said...
That's what... okay. We gonna pretend tonight. She don't be having them shit buck.
No, I know she does. I'm just... I wasn't ready for you to do it, okay? It's different. It's different.
It was accurate.
I don't like it. So listen,
But yes, Plastique.
Girl, when Scarlett went to twerk.
That's what it was?
I've seen many bones break in bodies, but that back was trying its best to hunch.
It tried to give a little arch.
It was hunching.
But
She was...
straight down.
Her chest was moving for life. That front of her body was pushing, but the back was just not finding a way.
You know what I will give Scarlett? Scarlett gave me everything that Plastique did not up here.
Oh yeah, her face was going.
She was having a blast. She was feeling it, but the body just did not agree.
Very bad for her. My little critique for Rasha, who blamed everybody for everything for her performance. But I got to tell you, every time that camera hit your face,
she was like looking around, like, okay, am I supposed to be here?
Yeah.
To do this? Okay.
So,
put out the fan.
And then it's like, but Maddie and Jemima,
it was my good friend.
Scared it. Scarlett was in my way. She was here and I was here.
You're supposed to be here and I'm supposed to be here and I can't get here if I'm not here.
Mr. Winslow, Urkel looking ass. I can't do this no more, baby. I can't.
Well, you can't blame everybody else for your fuck ups.
No.
If she's doing wrong, you need to adjust and make sure that you look right. Girl.
And dancers know that sometimes that people are going to be off just a little bit, so you have to...
You have to adapt.
The idea is not to run into anyone. Anywho...
Team 2 was terrible. Glamazonia, terrible.
You were given a great name. What a shame. Onto the runway. Clack, clack. Onto the runway, please. Clack, clack.
Miss Rupaul, for one of the first times in a long time, if ever, was on theme this week with the rest of the girls. Because, she usually does her own thing. She's like, I'll come out and give you whatever I want to give you and you're going to eat it. But this week, she gave us a good old nasty gown.
I was here for it. Wig included. Makeup brought to you by
Miss Raven.
Come on.
And that
not Simone either. Well, we know that. We know that.
Woo! Are we ready to kick off this runway?
Sure thing.
We kicked off with the bang.
First up,
Akira Chanel
Davenport. Dear Akira Chanel Davenport, I like to start off this wonderful moment by saying, Sister, you've been on my mind. Sister, you spent some good dime on
Did
that gourmand
I
tonight.
want to know how long it took y'all to stone that.
My God.
And I know it was heavy, too.
That was a pageant dress.
Expensive.
Rich.
And even if you took away that, just the way she presented it.
I love the... honey, all the way on board. I dare somebody on some little piece of shit-ass show with 3 fucking initials that is going to try it.
They're going to do it. And I'm going to be ready for it. I'm like, the embellishments were very bland. The way we've seen
You bring back that other bald-headed bitch because I ain't doing this no more.
Next up, we got Miss Brooklyn Heights. She had the turban tees.
I loved it. Old school, sickening.
And she sold it too. She gave that old nasty little sidewalk.
Very much old Hollywood, and it was just good for the money. I have no complaints. And
Well, I loved it. We read you last week.
Stunning.
This week,
I loved it. It was very good. And I loved the 3, what was it, the 3 boas that were sort of put together. I like that look too.
So next up was Miss Silky Nutmeg Ganache. I still haven't decided how I feel about this look yet.
I have.
I don't.
Whoop! No.
I was like,
she can give me all of this and say, yes, God, but you know I'm a Christian too, but the fuck is that?
I felt like that should just been a dress.
Girl, look at, why is that cross so big on the breast like that? And why is it to the side like
I was
this?
like, I don't think I like
Lord,
this.
I lift your titty on high because that was not it for me. What is that, Miss Thing? What was it, falling? Was he carrying the cross? I was confused.
And then she was like a church lady. She was giving all of the, yes, Lord, hallelujah.
I said, okay, no.
Yeah.
Did that help you with your decision?
Yeah, I was more on that. But I'm like,
no.
Am I missing something? We enjoy how she sells the look, but not the garment itself.
I love how we said we enjoy how she sells the look, but was like, girl, she was doing all this just a second
But
ago. I'm sorry, we like her at it. She's infectious. I just don't really.
She did that in something else, maybe.
In a better look.
Yes.
Next.
Miss Evie Oddly, honey.
Girl, I liked it.
Again.
I liked it. I loved it.
Turned it all the way around.
You could say it was some fabric all tipped to top to do all that, but that little fastener up top was the
what you put in your mouth.
Stupid.
I want to know how you got that going.
The gold tee.
What was the adhesive?
The glasses.
For makeup, I want to know how you did that.
I love her style. I don't care. I was here for it, and the fact that she was also injured and then came out there with a good old cane that just so happened to be gold. Oh, she was ready for it.
I mean, they could have gave her one. I'm gonna be down to the stone this real quick.
Let me tell you what, puss. I like it. Go on, Eve. Go on, baby.
Miss Sugar Cane gave it to me upon tonight's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Nothing negative to say.
I was like, you know what? I don't even know that Scorpio look anymore. All is forgiven.
I'm so happy. She's still here to redeem herself. All is
forgiven.
Very much so.
Following up with more slaves, Miss Plastique Tiara.
Artemis, is that you? Pit, is that you?
Just very that.
Kid Icarus, Palatina.
Very that. You look like
you could be a fighter
character from a video game.
Yes. Oh, excuse me, because I'm giving Super Smash Bros. This is Soul Calibur tees. This is customization character.
This is the DLC. You have to pay money
for
that.
Tia tees.
You have to pay money for that.
Upgrade. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I have nothing negative to say. It was right. No. You looked hilarious and Untucked, though, with that whole helmet pulled back. But that's all I'm going to say for that. But next.
The next person I was ready to read, but I can't this time, is Raja O'Hara. This week,
I actually liked it.
I really like this look.
When
you covered the face, I'm like, hold up. It's actually a really good look for Raja. I think she wore a lot of things that complemented her figure very well. She sold it. The accessories worked with the outfit. It was just
the veil was a nice touch too because it
good.
Gave this sort of avant-garde feel to this outfit that honestly probably would have looked basic without that to me personally. But I still like the look. Yeah, it just added the accessories were the element that was needed and necessary for it, and that's what gave her that oomph. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. I really was like, okay, I'm here for this.
we're trying to be unbiased.
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, because we've been ripping that thing to shreds. Because low key, she did.
We have.
Now she did wear that same wig for the Draglympics challenge that she wore for the first runway, and I believe for something else too. That little pom pom poodle puff.
If you're gonna wear a puff on shave your side. Don't have the little BBDs going on the side. If you're gonna have a top wig up here, it don't work, baby. It does not work.
You saw that?
Yes, you ain't seen it.
I was trying to see. That was okay. Okay. I'm proud of you. Next though.
Well, since I took that, I'm just gonna let you take this next one. Because
who is it?
Miss Vanjie.
Ooh, I almost was mean. Okay.
So I'm just gonna do my picture.
All right, girl. Now, we had a whole moment to hear you cry and tell us that, you don't want to disappoint anybody. And I feel you. Then you come out and you disappoint us by having your goddamn top half Oscar gold and have your bottom half Thickums McGee of a two-tone difference. It wouldn't have made sense on paper, and you did it on the runway. Then here's the this is the giggle, because I just saw Playboy Bunny last week. You though got the helmet forehead face, the $12 variety. I don't know if you spray. I don't know, Vanjie. Then the body corset, whatever you go to sleep in. I don't know, honey. It looked frumpy and no. You being safe was honey. Your performance had you safe, because low key, all key, high key, you should have been lip syncing tonight. Honestly,
I just thought about something.
That shit was
I thought
terrible.
about something. I wonder if this would have saved her. If she had did something similar to what Bianca did at the season 7 reunion, at the finale, full head to toe skin glitter, would that have made it better?
No, because we have already seen the glitter already. Do.
Oh, for her chick, because
you can tell me that they told her to cover that tattoo up, and I've seen it already before other times, so that's debunked. You also can do this whole, that's just her thing. That's fine. Debunked, because all the other girls who do their thing, that's debunked. I'm tired of it. Brooklyn wears the same wigs. Ariel wore the same wigs, the same silhouette. Silky always wear blue, but then every now and then we get a little something else, but it's still that same kind of silhouette. We can do it. Everybody does the same thing. I will give it that. But at the same time here with our girl Vanjie, the personality is so great, we just want to see better. That's all this is. This is not hate. I love her too much.
We know that she can do better.
But this was garbage, and she knows that. She knows it was garbage. Girl, you came out there in boop. Come on.
So next up came Miss Nina West, camping it up, baby. Big old tits.
I love Nina West. She's cool. Thank you.
Yes.
Fun.
And last but certainly not least was Miss Scarlet Envy.
I think you got ripped for this a little bit more than you should have. I felt more Nicole Kidman tease from you, Scarlett. I didn't care. The butterfly clips didn't bother me. I didn't understand that.
So what if they were butterfly clips?
I was actually okay with this look, and then her makeup was right. So
very woman.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Then in the lip sync, she gave us life when she did the us on us and flipped that. But we'll get to that in a second. After all that good runway jazz, the judges gave their critiques. They're getting a little harsher this season. I'm actually kind of for this a little bit. I did miss Ross's opinion as well as Carson's, because
that would have been a couple of cackles.
I'm not a fan of some of the people's opinions, but our winner, rightfully so, finally, because we've been rooting for you, Akira.
Maybe she won this whole episode.
Akira Chanel Davenport.
Mini challenge and maxi challenge.
Exactly.
Huh.
Pulled a Drag Race Thailand stunt.
Amen.
Oh, hallelujah.
Ooh, that was a gown to win in.
Ooh, yes it was. And it was, thank you. I was like, oh, crown her now.
That was a gown to win in.
Now our bottom two. I was shocked to see Nina up there last before Vanjie was called safe. That really blew my mind. I was like, really? Okay. Because their whole thing with Nina was, can you get your bottom half done with the butt padding and the thigh padding?
Which is fair.
And it's true.
Which is fair.
But it wasn't as bad as $20 outfit over there. Now, there was a key moment in judging that I have to give right now to Scarlet Envy. This is your puss moment forever in life. You will forever. I need the gift now.
We understood all of the emotion.
The
in
way
that
they were
moment.
coming at you, girl, and I didn't understand it either. And then it went to the accessories. They started calling it cheap. And then when she took that necklace, you could see the face. Because she was, your face was getting red, mama. It was.
She was like,
but you were
boiling.
like, in that moment, it was Balenciaga. It was all of that. It was that Balenciaga grip.
Boom.
She's like,
is it better now?
I stared.
She was so
I stared.
pissed.
I stared you after that because that was so right with I was like, girl, keep her for that moment alone.
If Steve could rise from her wig,
It would have been removed from that necklace.
Woo!
Okay.
And then RuPaul asked my favorite question of the
The
season.
favorite of all favorite questions. They need to ask again with the right people on stage next time.
This really
Because everybody was nice about it, to be real with you, except for Urkel. They all said Scarlett.
Who should go home tonight, and why?
Now, Raja started to get, now that pissed me off when Raja was like, well, she had messed me. Oh, okay, I'm going to stop. And I was like, it's too late. It was her fault to start the whole statement. Then you stopped saying it, but you got that out and Untucked, girl.
She knew. She had, it was right here on her chest. She had to get it off.
It was right there. So then Scarlett said, well, I guess I would have to pick Raja because, she's been in the bottom a lot.
You know what? Everybody else said Scarlett, and you could tell that was really crushing her from the inside because her feelings were hurt. It was all in her face. But she's like, you know what? My feelings are hurt right now, but I'm going to get this. I'm going to get you bitches one last good time.
Mm-hmm. So, now the lip sync song, Children, is a good lip sync song. You know what, season 11? Let me just say this. Y'all have chosen the right songs.
Y'all got some licenses.
You got money this time. I see from that $200,000 you gave away from that All Stars, whatever you were trying to get away with there.
We know what we're trying to get away with.
Everybody's happy. So you decided to give us the song that we've been asking for, that Candy Davenport has put on the map, as far as I'm concerned. Let's Dance.
By Donna Summer.
The last dance tonight. First of all, I am going to go ahead and tell you right now, I am disappointed in you, Raja O'Hara.
Raja, I just knew that you were going to wear this out.
Jamar.
Look, it was Donna
Me
Summer.
too.
I have never seen
Me too.
a Dallas queen.
Not destroy that song to pieces. Texas, period. Southern Queen, period.
Down.
But
I was like, maybe it's a slow burner, but you know what? Miss
I was
Envy
looking
over here
for
doing?
left, right, swing,
Yeah, like,
bam, boom,
kicks, high kicks, wig
let's
spin.
dance,
Like,
let's dance,
all of that.
and then, but I knew Scarlett wasn't going to do that, so it was
I
kind
knew
of like,
she wasn't going to do it.
now what's
but
Scarlett going to do? Because when it started, Scarlett was
very, very,
and
in that gown,
I was here for Scarlett.
stand, she was like,
performance.
in that.
Because low-key, Raja gave me Milan, Raja gave me Rick
not
James,
Milan.
Raja
She
gave
didn't
me
sweep the floor.
Living in America. Trade on Tinder. I just wasn't, no. And then it didn't seem enthusiastic to me, my friend.
She gave me she was doing the Running Man.
I was mad, friend. I was like, girl, there is supposed to be a lot more going on here. Is the tuck deep? Is it that big that you can't pull that leg off? I'm confused. Because I know if Plastique Cat came out there with a dead face, she would have wore that out.
A good old nasty.
She would have wore that out.
I was just, in the moment, I did not know. But I was like, wouldn't it be a gag if Scarlett had like a good old nasty reveal underneath that gown?
She pulled out those
I was
tethered
like,
scissors from us.
Wait. No.
Those gold scissors from us?
No.
Bitch, I was
like,
geeked.
I was like,
And then
okay.
Pants, bodysuit. And then she was actually entertaining and fun and like
a full-fledged performance.
she had confetti ready to go. She said, I'm giving
put out
everything
that I had. Whoosh, spin around. Like,
they should have kept Scarlett.
Point blank, period.
And I'm gonna be real with you, and this is to all the Scarlett fans out there. I have been hard on that girl from the first
at the
day.
same time,
I'm a fan now. As the episodes progress, as each
credit.
one, I find new reasons to love her, and I was really evil that she had to go home tonight. I honestly was mad.
Because if she just did poorly in the lip sync, I could have justified it.
but she did really good.
She
Entertained, honey. I was entertained.
Turned it.
Urkel wasn't serving me nothing.
I was like, RuPaul.
I was here for the Crimson
RuPaul.
Chin. She was cutting it up.
Come on now. Really? Raja?
Girl, it's just a point of ABC TGIF winning over a good Nickelodeon cartoon, honey. Fairly Odd Parents couldn't beat Family Matters.
It was the fool. Nothing but the fool. It's a rare condition. This day and age. Reading the good news, the good paper.
So we need to go ahead and get into Untucked. This is the first time we are going to have a little bit more to say about Untucked, and I'm very happy about that.
Because I was getting worried. I'm like, usually as the numbers dwindle, Untucked
I
kind of
mean,
goes...
the fact that they're bringing in the celebrities to come into the back every episode now, it's no longer a joyous event or
a surprise or just like... And then bringing people who don't even really...
Hell, we've only had one video message. So, where do we start, girls?
So...
Evie and Silky
hash things out.
A good moment.
Kumbaya. Because at first it seemed like Silky was about to be real abrasive about it. She was like, girl.
She said, I gotta go ahead and get this out. I was like, oh no!
But no.
Well, actually, let's talk about it first. Akira was giving Evie praise for getting through it as Evie was getting the ice bucket. So that way she could ice her ankle. And she's like, girl, I'm just trying to get through it. It was like, Akira's like, I recognize you right now and what you went through. We appreciate you for like pulling through it. And then of course, Silky seeing that was inspired to say, girl, I actually found out a lot about you through this time where I want to be your friend. I want to get to know you more. But this is where we have a problem. And that is how you address stuff.
Exactly.
I have an issue with this one thing, and she didn't come at her sideways. It wasn't disrespectful. And then those who also may have felt the same way were able to chime in without also being disrespectful. And Evie admitted, hey, so I can be that way. That's just how I was raised, and I'm still working on that. It's something I am putting together.
Like, it's a real cool way.
Like
for
an adult moment.
Self-awareness.
An adult moment.
Silky has really come full circle since episode 1, because baby...
Okay, then let's all say this. I gotta say it. I am now, I'm back on the Silky train. I'm back on it.
She's calmed down. She's kind of like, okay, I'm good now.
We got it. You don't have to do too much. That's what I was saying about Silky. She don't have to do too much. It's just, the girl is funny, and the humor comes very easy for her. So, I love it. Thank you, Silky, for that moment. I know we came for that cross, but you definitely showed me real strength and character in this. And also,
but after the Kumbaya,
oh my God,
came the shade.
Oh my God.
What?
We forgot to talk about Silky for the whole Draglympics performance. That's who it was on the team that we were talking about.
Really? Oh, it was. That's the only person we didn't mention.
Even in her Draglympics performance, like, Silky was...
Baby...
Puss.
And then when she finished it, she grabbed it like...
I did that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So that was a great moment. But then we find Shade.
So after we kumbaya, yes, I love you,
She's
girl.
like, now I have everybody in this room who we are all good with. Let's talk about somebody who's pissed me off. Plastique.
And we're like, what?
What happened? What did
we
Plastique do?
It's like, well, let me spill some tea on you, girl.
So the story is that when Ariel, left the competition, she left a lot of her wigs. So she left them in a station that is shared by Plastique. I think Mercedes was also there. Silky has suitcases in this area or whatnot, but is also connected to that station on the other end. Now, when Ariel left said wigs, she didn't leave a note saying that for anybody to have it for someone.
It was probably community. She probably did that on purpose.
We don't know. So, girls went and took the wigs. Now, apparently, Plastique came back and was like, where'd all the wigs go? Those were left for me. That's my best friend. But you know what? Don't worry about it, because I don't need those wigs. The other girls need them more than I do.
Now, in what way is that not interpreted as shade? In what way can you try to spill that?
Even if it's worded in a way where they don't need it more than me, or I don't need them wigs, them other girls.
Like, I'm happy they have them.
Yeah, that's
the best. That's the only way that you can say that statement.
Silky's argument is, girl, I don't want to walk around here and you are talking about me or feeling some kind of way. So what's the tea?
Let's address it.
So let's address it, just like how this whole Evie thing, because they've been back and forth. So it's like, girl, let's chop this up so we can figure out where this misunderstanding is, or if it's just people playing pit pat and talking on the telephone. Now, when Palatina comes back, Plastique comes back. Whatever fighting game character I can think of, and she decides to dislodge the rest of the golden universe.
Was tight because she was like, "I'm just going to scoot this back just a little bit because circulation to my brain is important to me."
And I'm going to get to Raja and Scarlet, but I'm getting to this first because we were just talking about that. Now, when Silky goes after the situation takes place, so I need to go ahead and get this out.
There were,
I heard from people that
comments said you had an issue. Can you clarify this for us?
Plastic.
Specifically with the hands.
I didn't know. I had said girl, and well, you know that. And, hold on, the best part was when she said, "Well, that was my best friend." So it's like kind of like they were like
Plastic. You thought the wig was for you because you and Aria were close. You put them in a certain place, and people took them, and you felt a way about it, and you tried to pass it off like you weren't bothered, and you were. There's no need to even try to, I thought, and just that, no. Just say that I felt the way that y'all took the wig that I thought were mine.
Yep.
Even though there was no note left specifically
Nothing
for me.
specifically said.
And she was giving all this excuse. It was on my stage. She's like, Suki was like, girl, I have my suitcase
She said,
over there.
clearly you see my wigs. Clearly you see, that was a curious. You see my wigs.
I don't
and then
need
Silky's
no
like, I know she's not trying to come for me when all her looks are rented.
I was like, oh.
And then we have to go back to that look she was wearing that somebody else rented.
Oh, y'all pointed that out so fast.
That somebody else rented too.
Y'all pointed that out so fast.
Well, who rented it first? I think it may have been Plastique. But either way, it came from the same Renaissance, honey. Ow! Zabadabadoo-wop.
Woo!
Yeah. Either way, Plastique couldn't get her lie together, and Silky basically gave it to her like, honey, that's what you said, this is how it was said, this is how it came up. Even Sugar chimed in, it was like, well, girl, I mean, you probably talked to Sugar about it, or whoever else was in that room, so you couldn't come back and say that never happened. And she said, I didn't even know this was a big deal, because...
Girl, you didn't think it was going to get back to Silky.
Hello.
You didn't think it was going to
So that was like a good old giggle in itself right there for me, and... Next on the occasion was good old Billy Goat, Urkel, Scruff, Milan, and
this
Tease.
pissed me off so bad.
Roger, that was
annoying.
the dumbest argument ever. In the way that you would get, and like I couldn't get it, and then Scarlett was just all over my stuff. And
she took zero responsibility for her shitty performance in the challenge. She tried to push everything she could on Scarlett, and Scarlett was like, "Well, I tried my best." You know, she was real, meek about it.
Evie was not. Not Evie. Excuse me. Raja wasn't having it, and Raja, I gotta tell you, you've done the walk-off game quite well this season,
and kept coming on right.
Came back with it too.
About that.
Then said, "I'm not mad at you. I'm just."
I just take it personally. I'm like, girl, Scarlett was trying to explain what happened, and she get, "Oh, by the way, you did it." Oh. Girl, will you shut up?
And you've been in the bottom too, just like I. But no, honey. This is your third time. This is her second time.
She was trying to say, "Oh, she threw me under the bus." Did you not just say her name minutes ago? So what are you talking about?
Waiting for tonight. Let's talk about that. Whoa. When is it your turn? And I hate to be that guy, but it's turning into that now.
I forgot about when she got up against Evie. I'm like, where are you going?
Untucked was a doozy, and I gotta say the drama was there.
Finally.
Some of the guest judges came to the back and decided to give a little hi, because that's what they've been doing lately. And then the power went out, and then
that was so random.
Was like not.
They didn't even serve up. They could have cut that.
So yeah, that was Untucked. So this episode, Draglympics, Jamar, what you give it?
In a rating of 5 stars, I give it 4 stars.
I do too. I give
it 4 stars. Great mini challenge.
I was
great maxi challenge that was entertained by. A couple of bad looks. Well, actually, no.
2.
What?
2.
What was the second one? Because I know it was Vanjie. What was the other one that we did? Oh, Silky. Oh, but you know what? I didn't think about that initially.
It wasn't as bad as Vanjie.
But then I was like...
It just was,
But yeah, the episode was very enjoyable. I'm looking forward to seeing how these storylines are going to continue to play out. Scarlett, we are going to miss you on the runway, darling.
Hope to see you again soon, dear. Hope to see you again soon. But yes, this was definitely a great episode. Love it so much. Again, thanks to you all for tuning in. Again, social media links are down below. If you want to donate and support the channel, paypal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App Matty Rants. Also, remind yourself, Sunday is Afterthoughts. So we're going to be doing an Afterthoughts here. I think this is just going to be me solo this time. As well as I have Drag Race Thailand episode 4 season 2 coming up. And again, I have a special with Child's Play soon to premiere here, where I'm going to talk about the original versus the new remake and why I'm excited, as well as a little disappointed. So we're going to get to that. But thanks again for tuning in. Hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants.
And Jamarty 4.
It's been a marvel of a time. We'll miss you, Scarlett. Bye, Scar. Bye, everybody.